All right. Hi, Miss Charlotte. How are you, darling?
Oh, I'm doing.
Honey, that's the best we can do, honey.
Rolling on.
I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get in here. It's going to take them a minute. Yeah. I'll probably do some cleansing real quick. I want everybody to be in here before I do it, but that's not realistic. Some people may join like halfway through.
I would like 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're
No
just
problem.
gonna get our bearings tonight and figure out how this is gonna work. And someone has an invitation, doesn't want to be on screen, and that's fine. If you have an audio, can you at least just tell us who you are?
Okay.
If you want to, that's okay.
You talking to me?
No. Someone came in. It's just a phone number.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
This is Caroline.
Hi,
Hello.
Caroline. This is my beautiful, wonderful friend who creates all of my thumbnails. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi. Who am I speaking with today? Who's
Well,
here?
you've got Jen, Nadia, and Charlotte as of right now.
Hi, ladies. Beautiful
Hello.
ladies. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait.
Well, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come in, and we're going to do a cleansing and a blessing real quick, and then we're going to get into what we want to talk about tonight.
I'd love to know where everybody is from, though. That'd be interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, you know where I'm from. The back sticks of West Virginia. Charlotte, you want to tell everybody where you're from?
I'm in Bucyrus, Missouri.
Ooh, okay.
We call it Bucky Rust.
They call it what? Bucket rust?
Bucky Rust. Yeah.
Bucky Rust. Okay.
Yeah, we're in the country.
Gotcha. Caroline, where are you from, darling?
I am from friendly, the Garden State, New Jersey.
Joyce is in the house. Joyce.
Well, I'm from Illinois, which is also known as Crook County.
All right. Well, I'm going to give everybody just a couple of minutes. This is one of the first time that everybody's actually seen each other. Minus Caroline, because she doesn't want to see Miss Pat is here.
Hi, everybody.
It's going to take me too long to get into, oh, sorry. It's going to take me too long to get into Zoom. I have to sign in. I don't have a Zoom account. So I said, oh, let me call in. I saw your link. And I said, well, I'm going to call in.
Fine. You're fine.
Well, I don't think you have to sign into Zoom. I just opened it up on Zoom.
Oh, really?
You hit the top web button and it should automatically.
Hit the first link, not the last. The first link that you see when you get your email.
Okay. Oh, Barb's in the house. Dragonfly's here. Pat is here. That's okay. And you all automatically have the option. If you don't want to be on camera, that's okay. You just turn your camera off on the Zoom at the bottom. It'll tell you. That's okay. How's everybody doing? Miss Deb is here. Deb.
Hi. Hi, Jen.
Nadia said that I don't have your email. I want to make one thing clear. If you make a comment under the show, I don't have your email. You would have to specifically email me your email address. But Nadia hooked you up and you're here, and I'm so grateful for that. So
okay, thanks.
You're all good to go. I have it now.
Hi, Dragonfly.
Okay.
Evening.
All right. So anybody else that wants to pop in and they get it, that's great. But here's what I want to do, please. And first and foremost, please understand that I'm recording this, because if I can pull this off, I'm going to upload it to YouTube later. If everybody's okay with being recorded, if you're not, turn your camera off. It's up to you, but I'm giving you that option. But it's my job to let you know that you are being recorded. It's up to you. You can just turn the camera off and it's fine. you're going to be fine. Whatever you want to do. You can mute yourself. You can turn the camera off. However you feel comfortable doing it. It's just at the bottom of your Zoom box. It'll tell you turn camera off, mute yourself. And let me do this. Let me open the chat. That way we can all talk. Let me open the chat. Okay. So if you just want to chat like a normal like YouTube thing, that's okay. Just go over, just on the bottom, it says chat, just go chat. That's okay. And I've got it opened up to everyone. So, but right now we welcome Miss Nadia tonight. She's going to walk us through a little bit of healing and understanding chakras and what we're doing. If you need help with technical stuff, put it in the chat because I can mute everybody. That's okay. That's okay. We're just going to take a minute. I'm going to do a cleansing. If you don't feel comfortable being on camera, that's okay. Just turn it off. Or I can turn everybody off except me and Nadia. It's fine. It's whatever you want to do. It's about free will. But I am going to light some sage. So if everybody's in agreement, let's do a cleansing really quick before we get started. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right.
Perfect.
So let's do this. Let's lead a cleansing without burning my house down.
Do you have a new shirt on?
No, it's actually a sundress.
Oh, nice.
It's actually a sundress.
Well, don't burn any holes in it.
I don't make any promises. Oh no, I think almost everything I own has burned holes in it because of sage, but that's okay. All right, be in agreement with me as we now go into cleansing. That's okay. I have the ability to mute everyone, so give me a second. Oh, that's a little more complicated than I thought.
Yeah, because if my daughter and granddaughter come home, you know, they're going to become loud.
It's okay.
No, you have a mute button, Pat. So
Look at the, yeah, Pat, look at the bottom of your Zoom screen and it'll have a mute. Just hit mute
Oh, yeah. I
and
see
you're
it.
okay. Just
Okay.
click it. You're fine. You're fine. All right. So everyone in a universal agreement tonight, we ask the divine light to come in and cleanse this area, clean up the energy that only the divine light is allowed in. We ask our higher selves, our guardians, our spirit guides, everyone to come in. Our angels, please come in. All of the divine light, please come in, give us a clear-cut message. Make sure that we have a healing message and we understand everything. Please put your hedge of protection around everyone, that we're all protected and that we are in agreement of everything that happens tonight. We do not give consent of anything that's negative, nasty, and ugly. You do not have permission to be here and you must leave under universal law. But we ask our hedge of protection from our universal source, our God creator. Please come in, divine feminine and male. Come in, guide us, protect us, lead us. Give Nadia the knowledge that she needs to give and deliver. And let's just have a beautiful show. All these things that I ask and hedge of protection in our holy creator source and divine light. Thank you and amen. Let it be. Okay. All right, Miss Nadia, what do you want to talk about tonight?
well, I would like to open up with an invocation for myself
Okay.
and for all of us also. So just you guys can put your hands in receiving mode so we can all be in receiving.
Yes.
And to the Supreme God, Divine Mother, Father, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Guardian Angels, Spirit Guides, Spirit Helpers, and Spirit Healers. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for us being the conduit of light, the warrior of light, and the way showers of the heart. I pray that you open up our minds, that we receive knowledge of what needs to be taken in. I pray that we all use discernment for whatever is said here, that we find out what the truth is. In full faith, so be it, and so it is. Thank you.
Amen and amen.
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 And that's one of the topics you guys really need to know is discernment. With everybody putting fear factors and this is what's going to happen and spaceships are going to come and take us to the new earth and all that. It's what you follow in your heart and your gut.
Yep.
It's what you follow that you say, that doesn't sound right. I guess I'm done with it. I'm done with this channel now. So doing that, it's now it's the time for us to look within ourselves, within releasing, forgiving. What is it that we don't need anymore? What is it that we pull forward?
Right.
So sometimes we feel like we're by ourselves, but that is the point to look within. And when the people wake up, we are there to show the way. And if they're not ready, they'll be ready when they are.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that causes us to not have duality, polarity. Why am I awake? Why are you not awake? Why are they taking the vax and why are we not taking the vax? It's a way for division. So in order for us to not have the division, to look as us as one, we're all one. It's free will. It's what their choice is to trigger you. So you can look inside and say, why was I triggered? Okay.
Understand.
So what we do now is, I think we'll talk about frequency. We'll talk about frequency first. So I have a picture, and I did mention it the last time we were on YouTube. So this time you guys will be able to see the picture of, this is one example of frequency, which is your vibration of how are you presenting yourself in the world. So you have a frequency, everything has a frequency. The countries have frequencies, the world have frequencies.
Y'all tell me if you can see this or not. Where are you going here?
So everything has a frequency. So as we are raising our frequency, we are raising the collectivity of the collective field, which in turn raises the frequency of our country, which in turn raises the frequency of our earth. And I don't think we're there yet. Because once we start to join together and say, hey, I'm getting this, we're all with love, and then they throw something else in the news. And now we're like, oh, why am I feeling this way? So once you're at a certain frequency, hopefully of love, compassion, joy, it doesn't mean you're going to stay there. There's going to be days you're going to go down. There's going to be days that you're going to be up. But when I was mentioning like a record player, that's why I kept saying RPMs, it's hertz that go around. So as I'm going, I know my camera's really bad. As I'm going like fear and shame. Oh, by the way, this is just water. So it's me not getting used to this camera. That's all. As we're circling with fear and shame, look how slow we're going. Anything can go in, right? I can get into the, I guess we're free at will of speaking, Jen? Well, I won't say that.
Yeah, I need to know if you're seeing the share screen or not.
No, I'm not.
No.
Okay.
All right. So
We'll give it a whirl.
as I'm spinning slow, now I'm in the field of, am I a Democrat or Republican? And I can't believe you're a Republican. I can't believe you're a Democrat. I can't believe you're for Trump. Look how slow every emotion is going in because it's super slow. The virus, I'm going super slow with fear, and the virus can come in.
Right.
The anger can go in. The hostility can go in because but if you're in a higher level of very fast, see how fast it's like, I can't even spin on this camera. See how fast I'm going? So now someone's going to present me the Republican Democrat, boom, boom, it's shooting off because your frequency is so high. We're not actually believing that stuff because we're in a higher frequency. That information is not coming into us.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's why they try and put on the news, let's lower their frequency. Oh my God, look how many people died today. Let's lower our frequency. I need to give you the vaccine so you can protect us. But now there's guilt. Let's lower the frequency. And that is the slide we were going to show. Let me see if I can.
I'm working on it. It disappeared on me. Hang on.
That's okay.
Of all
That's-
the ones that disappeared, it's the one that disappeared.
Well, then we can go to the second one if you want.
Okay.
It'll show the same thing.
You pick one, darling.
Did you split screen or did you, whatever you had to do?
I have share screen up and well, that's weird because now the one that disappeared was the ugly poopy one.
That's
The
okay.
rest
You
of
guys-
them are up, but that's the one that disappeared.
That's okay, because we asked for guidance. I guess you
Yeah.
guys know what poop looks like, so it doesn't really matter.
Maybe
So-
they don't want us to see poop. So,
I see
So let's-
enough of it.
So let's go to the second one and I'll show you where the poop was. So,
you want the light frequency?
yes, please.
All right. There you go. Can you see
There
this?
we go. Look at
All
how
right.
beautiful. This one's
All
better
right.
than the poopy color anyway.
They
So-
didn't want poop on here, Nadia. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We all can imagine what it looked like. But the poop actually ended at like 150, the anger. We were all swimming in brown color. I
Right.
like this because it's beautiful color anyway. And it's also the colors of the chakras as it goes up, which the violet is ultimate consciousness, which we're trying to achieve. But you see on the bottom, 20 is shame and guilt, grief. How many people died? Oh, we got to lower it to grief. So if
Right.
you average out, we are actually lowering the collective down to maybe 150, maybe 100. Now, a long time ago, we were at 250 with neutrality. And I wish I could give you a date, but I can't right now, but that's because we all had little groups of people that never really paid attention to certain parts of the TV. You know, so I could say like in Chicago, in Illinois, we had a Polish community and a Lithuanian community and an Arabic community. So what affected somebody in that culture really didn't come to the news of the other culture, which also
Right.
kept us to raise our frequency.
Well,
But
I asked this question before. Where do you think we are now? Because the way I'm splitting hairs right now is the 175 and 200, which is pride and courage.
yes,
Because at this point, well, if we're all talking about Americans, I
just
know-
Americans. Let's talk about Americans.
Yeah. We've got this pride and we have this courage that we're going to be okay. And I even think that we're creeping up on the 250 because most of us are in the neutrality aspect of, I don't
Yes.
buy into the division, the race wars and all that division that they're trying to do. We wouldn't be here if we weren't neutral.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
we are in neutrality because if we were not in neutrality, they wouldn't be pushing all of these agendas on us to keep us down. We're
Right.
at the point when we're tired of guilt of Black Lives Matter, or we're tired of guilt of LGBTQ. We're tired of it. So at the point of that being tired and I don't want to hear it anymore,
Yeah.
we're creeping up to neutrality, which is great.
Right. That's kind of where I feel like I'm at. I can't be bothered with any of it. I don't really listen to it all, any of it.
Well,
So I'm-
when
yeah.
they keep classifying us into categories
Right.
and we're not, we're just humanity. That's what
Right.
it should be.
Well, we're in humanity, but you also have to know through all the lifetimes we've been around, through all of our programming we've been in through,
Right.
they're going to throw things at you because one thing is going to trigger you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why we go through the meditation, we go through the consciousness of, why is this triggering me? Should I respond in this way, or how should I respond? Because that's why they're going left to right. Let's even throw in Tom Brady's divorce now, because that's gonna make me trigger something. Either somebody.
And like, why do we care?
No, it's not that you care. It's because it's going to trigger you. So now, oh my God, I heard that's a best friend of mine's husband cheated on her. Now I'm angry because that triggered me holding into somebody else's problem.
Right.
You see? So it doesn't matter why that was put in. It matters what triggered you to bring you down. Now, if we bring you down to grief, my friend lost her house and her family. Okay, so now we're not up to neutrality if we got a lot of people going through that.
Right.
So there is an agenda that they have, but they're just throwing everything they have. And if we stay strong and we look at it and says, what triggered us, which that Mercury retrograde that we just finished, hallelujah, but we're still going to feel the gist of it. We're still going to
Right.
feel it. But I went through some stuff that made me revisit, why was I being triggered in that way? So we have to figure it out. And okay, did I release it? Did I not release it? Those are the things that will get you up higher.
Well, just personally, the past few years, some of the things that triggered me is you start taking a knee to my flag, got a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then locking everybody up in this quarantine when for the most part, our faith-based attitude should be faith in healing and not be in fear and covering our face and not going out. I never did any of that. And I'm like, I know who my creator is. I don't need to be in fear of anything. It triggered me too. I don't do it.
The 9/11 really triggered you, Jen. And that's, but it also triggered the agenda that they had to victimize other ethnicities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now you got that culture that has fear. So now we brought the whole world down.
Yeah.
So they know what they do. But the thing is, all right, we're seeing it, we're observing it, and we're not attaching to it.
Right.
And it is hard sometimes. It is very hard sometimes.
Well, do you think if they see that we're not attaching to it, do they like that's when they do their like false flags and that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, look over
get
here,
us to
don't look
wake.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So if you notice a pattern, everybody's tired. We're tired of this Ukraine-Russian war. We're tired of the Tom Brady divorce. We're tired of the COVID plan. Okay, let's raise the gas price.
Yeah, OPEC and all what they're doing, and then Nord Stream and the pipeline and all that stuff. Well, this is not working, so let's go over here. And we're all just sitting there going, the only thing I'm worried about is how much more is it going to cost to fill my gas tank up? That's it, or heat my home this winter.
But the thing that I'm going to say triggered me somewhat is the agenda of what they're doing to the kids in the school.
Oh.
And the people are still quiet. But if you raise my gas price, now I'm angry.
Well, yeah,
I don't
because
get that part.
The number one thing is your wallet, and then comes kids. It should be reversed.
It should, and that's why we're in this divine war right now.
Yeah.
God had enough with, let's do finance, let's do technology. Maybe a little later down the line, we'll do family and children. No. We're toppling everything of greed, and we're going to do it right this time with children and family. Because everything was a convenience, even
Right.
getting a babysitter so you can go out and not even remember you had a family.
Yeah.
So I love, and I always ask me to be the warrior of the light and be a warrior of the heart of love. So I always try to put myself up into the love, the reason, the joy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten up higher than that yet, but you know, it takes time. It takes time, and you have a different viewpoint. Trust me, everybody. I have been down to the hundreds and the 75s. If I didn't go down that far, I would not be who I am right now. And that way, you take away the victimhood. You take away me as a victim, put me as a what's the word I want to say? Put me as boot camp, like in the army.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we all had to go through this in order to be the person we are now.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on this?
You all talk amongst yourself. I'm trying to send out another invitation because Joe just got it. She goes, I don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to work on Joe just for a second. So she
Okay,
can join
well,
us.
let me tell you about enlightenment. Jesus came down as an enlightened soul. Abraham Lincoln came down as an enlightened soul. Even so, some people have problems with his history, but he did come down as an enlightened soul, and he is in a very high dimension right now. Who else came down as an enlightened soul? Moses and all the prophets came down as an enlightened soul. And what was the message that they had? Love one another. So nobody got the message, they just worshiped the messenger. So we all know now that, yes, if he's a prophet, if he's a son, but in ultimate, it is God, it is supreme being, it is source, it is whoever you say, but the gist of it is pure love. Love one another, but love yourself first.
Right.
Okay, because like I say to a lot of people, if I love myself so much, I am going to have compassion enough for the person in front of me, no matter who you are, that compassion is going to come out. But if I don't love myself, then you remind me of something I hate about myself, and you remind me of something I don't like about myself. Do you understand? We got to release all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you see, what I'm going to talk about is the meditation and the chakras. There are so many forms that was difficult for me to figure out which one, because in one few, there are 7 chakras in the body. In my healing modality, we have 11 chakras in our body, which I know it's going to get bigger. I'm kind of figuring this one out. And if you looked at that frequency chart, look at the colors, how it changes. And most of those colors on that graph is going to be similar to the colors of the 7 chakras. So as we hit the 7th chakra, which is on the top of our head, that would be that purple color.
Okay.
Do you want this one, Nadia?
I could get into this one right now. Okay, so these are the 7 chakras. So this is a type of meditation called Sahaja. Do you have the other page first, the first one? It's with her picture on it.
Oh, yeah. Would you like that one? Okay.
Yes, because that way I can explain that, and then this can get into that explanation. Sorry about that. I thought that other one
No, you're
was
fine.
the third one. So this one is called the Sahaja, where, okay, she is the founder. Her name is Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. And she is the founder of this type of meditation that I'm going to show you. Okay. And if you guys want to write the Sahaja Yoga, you could also look under Sahaja Meditation. And if you would like to know more about this type of meditation, her idea is it to be free, that nobody should pay for this type of meditation, because she wanted the world to know it. Now, her frequency, she was incarnated, which means before birth, with a high frequency. During her birth, with the mother spirit, lowered her frequency, and she learned to raise it up to the level of 500, which is love.
Wow.
Wow.
She has so
Wow.
much patience. Sometimes when I listen to her meditations, and she does a convention centers, and you hear screaming kids and you're trying to meditate, I'm like, how does she have the patience for that? But that's because her frequency is of love and compassion. That baby's crying because there's a reason why that baby's crying, where we would say, just take that kid out, take them out. And that's when you learn you still got a long way to go to get to the 500.
Right.
Okay, so if everybody's done, and yoga doesn't mean you're going to be on the ground flipping your body into contorted crazy ways. No, yoga means the union. It means the union between body, mind, spirit. So don't be nervous about the yoga part, guys. Okay, we could go to the next place.
Okay.
The next slide.
As soon as I figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm still learning too. Me and techie stuff don't like each other.
Well, we got to change that thought.
I know.
We're learning now, guys, because we're so awake and we are preparing our bodies. We've had the ringing of the ears and the fatigue and the body aches and everything like that. Our bodies are getting used to the adjustment. So what that means is we're going to be greater manifestors. So the universe is going to hear what your mind is saying and also what your mouth is saying.
Yeah.
And it's very hard as humans because we've always learned the negative aspects, you know, like maybe I won't get that job. And that way, if I don't, I'm not going to be upset.
Right.
You know, our thought frame of thinking of the worst, so then the best can come. But now we have to think of the best, and the right timing is what's important. It's not our time. It's the divine time.
Gotcha.
And
What's
while
funny
saying-
is every
I'm
time
sorry. Okay.
every time my daughter and I talk about something, and if we say something, we say, "Oh, we can't put that out in the universe. Let's change that," and then we switch what we say or how we said it.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. So is that why the universe are this testing us?
I didn't hear you, Charlotte. What was that?
They're testing us. I feel like I'm being tested every day.
Oh, you're being
On,
tested every day. You're being
Doing
tested,
the right thing, constant. Yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
also having things from the past that you have to release. So they test you to say, did you change your way, or are you going to go back to that way? So if
Okay.
you're not going to be tested with, like, they're not going to give you the answer sheet, but they gave you your practice. And now they want to know, how well did you go to that? Jen, I see it. I see the.
Okay.
cursor.
Do you see it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this type of meditation is called the Kundalini and yoga, or the
Mhm.
Sahaja yoga. That little number one is the first chakra, which is called. You guys want me to go 1, 2, 3, or do you want the real words for it?
Whatever you feel comfortable with, Nadia. If somebody's got a problem or a question, we can interject. I mean,
Okay.
you go where the energy takes you.
Yeah, because I mean, I could say the words, but if it's just the gist of what you want to know about it, is probably, I don't want to get you hung up on these words because they're Indian Sanskrit words.
That's okay.
Okay, now the base of your sacral bone, isn't it amazing that the sacrum bone, similar to the word sacral? So in that sacrum bone is the sleeping energy called the Kundalini.
Mhm.
It's like a 3.5 coil snake of heat, and it is knowledge within you that once you start meditating, you start to raise that wisdom up. And so the first wisdom, I'll say it's Muladhara, which is the innocent wisdom, the childlike wisdom. You ever wonder, my God, how did that child know that answer? It's the knowledge within a child.
Do you know what I see? I just have a quick question. Sorry to interrupt you, Nadia.
That's okay.
This is all down in the pelvic region, but this is where creativity and life begins. Is that why?
Yeah, and that's why when you hear them doing the meditation, you will call it mother energy.
Gotcha.
So if you hear them say mother energy, it is the energy of that sacrum bone. And isn't it amazing that when we're trying to hit consciousness and it's rising, we are now in the divine feminine stage?
Oh, yeah.
It's everything comes into place. But when you get into that conscious state, you start to put things together and go, okay, I see why this is happening now.
Right.
Instead of being triggered, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. And some people were not happy because what Sri Mataji taught us, you have to practice what you preach. And a lot of people just wanted the practice and not understand what the real essence of the preaching was.
Right.
So I will give it to you guys straight. If anybody has any other questions, they can. So the Muladhara, number one, innocence and wisdom. It's also the grounding. When they tell you ground, it's on your tailbone. So they want you to ground. That's like, it has 4 petals. Okay, so it's a chakra that moves and it's 4 petals. Just think of yourself standing on a table. If you had a table with 3 or two balanced, would you be able to make your chakras go straight? You'll be off.
Right.
So as long as you ground yourself, like everybody says ground yourself, but nobody understands what that means.
Right.
Grounding yourself means if I'm going to make a building block, I better make sure my first one is going to be stable. And so what is that? That's innocent, knowledge, compassion, attention. See, there's 4 legs. Purity. What else do I want to say about that? So in Sahaja, if you see the fingers are colored,
Yes.
when you start to understand how this meditation works, if something is blocked, you will get a tingling on those colored chakras. So number 1 is like at the tip of the palm, because not too many people need that sensation. You know, if we ground ourselves, you're not going to be out of whack. If you feel that little tingling at the bottom of your palm, go ground yourself some more. And the funny thing is it's represented by Earth, the planet Earth. Okay. So
is it odd to say that mine's numb most of the time?
Can I say maybe?
Oh,
yes?
absolutely. You just say whatever you want to. I'm just curious. This is almost numb to me. I don't.
Okay, let's see if it stops being numb. I'm
Okay.
gonna say probably because you try to be grounded, but you're more up in the head of the intuition and the
Well, that's where I'm
spiritual.
at. That's yeah.
Yeah. So you're not really forcing yourself to stay down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And we're all like that. So, but the thing is, make yourself ground. You love hugging trees. Just go hug more trees.
Oh, I love hugging trees. Yep.
Okay. Second one is right where your navel is. Oh, and the first one, I'm sorry, it also includes like the excretory problems, like
Yeah.
brown frequency, I'll say.
The poopy stuff.
You got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Second is called the Swadhisthana. See, it's in the thumb.
Mhm.
So if you feel the vibrations in the thumb, there's something blocking, which is the kidneys, the urine, the female parts are up higher.
So when my thumb starts twitching out of nowhere, that may be a problem.
Yeah, but it's also for like creativity. It depends on which finger.
Right.
So let's say like the left is the past, holding on to the past. The right is overthinking of the future.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. So when you don't let go of things in the past, you'll feel a lot of blockage on the left fingers. More twitchy. Also, when we meditate as a group, we will feel a collective tingling in our fingers.
Interesting.
It's amazing to say, because when we have our guru and she feels it, she actually is leading us by, let's clean that section off, because somebody is having a problem there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And also a problem with number 2, you're too much thinking, too much eating. It's like you're trying to find security.
So if you're overdoing something,
Okay,
that might be an issue.
it depends.
Okay.
It depends. Are you overdoing it as an OCD? There's a problem. If you're overdoing it because you're very active and what's the word I want to use? I know your basic chakra. If you're a go-getter, you're okay. If you're doing it for I know you burn the candle at both ends.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's not because I'm OCD or anything. It's because I have to. I don't have a choice. If I don't burn the candle at both ends, there's 8 people in my house that are going to fall apart.
Well, that's called surrender. But if you don't, you're going to feel tingling in your right thumb. Okay. Jen, you're gonna feel tingling in your right
I feel
thumb.
tingling on both my hands and down my legs.
Yeah.
And I
And
just
it's-
assumed it's my spine that's always giving me problems,
Yeah,
but,
but that will affect your liver.
oh no, my liver is 3 times as big as what it should be. I've already had a doctor
Yes.
tell me that.
Yes. So that's because you're overdoing.
What do you do? I mean,
Well, when we get up to the higher chakras of number 5, it's
then
called
we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm sure.
it will be called delegate.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm not trying to make light of the situation,
No, I know, but
but
you're
my
stuck.
situation, are you
It's
kidding
because
me?
it's because you're stuck. You're stuck on the need of survival. You're stuck on the need of security. See, that's why you get the tinglings on your finger to know where you're actually stuck in. Okay, that's
Okay.
what I love about this. Okay, so let's go up to the 3rd chakra,
Okay.
which is, oh, and I can also mention to you evolution of religion. This is what I thought was amazing. So number 1 is the base, and the evolution was Sanskrit. So see, the swastika is a sign of Sanskrit.
Anybody that has the puppy dogs, I'm sorry, Nadia, anybody has the puppies, can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. Thank you. I love puppy dogs, but we want to hear Nadia. Thank you. I'm not
Unless
trying to
there's
be
something-
nasty and ugly. Go ahead for it, Nadia.
No, unless he's clearing something that shouldn't be around us.
He's probably alerting us to like, you need to listen to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the fun part is the Muladhara is in Sanskrit. So
Okay.
Sanskrit was the original, let's say, language or religion or thought, knowledge. That's the base. So we go up to number 2, and now we're into Buddha. Look at the belly, happy, laughing, childlike, creative. So now we're going to go up to number 3, which is called the Nabi. Around the Nabi is called the void, in that big green circle. Okay, so the void is like mastery, leadership. There is a place on your finger, but it's the base of your finger. I don't know if you guys could see me, but you know where your palm and your fingers meet? You'll feel the tingling there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nabi is evolution, Jupiter, joy, satisfaction. But if there's a blockage, it's unsatisfaction. I'm not happy. And the funny part is that's Hebrew. That's where Hebrew came from. Look at that evolution.
Speaking of Hebrew, Nadia, not to change the subject, why does number 2 look like the Star of David?
Well, those were their representations.
Okay.
But it's the Buddha's. You know how there's inversions.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at the first one, and I don't think it shows it here, the first one is Sanskrit, but you see a swastika, and then you think of Nazis.
Right.
So everything is basically inverted. Also, the second one has 6 petals, whereas the 4th one had 4 petals. Maybe that's why they made it like that.
Okay.
Is there 6 petals? Yeah, there's 6 petals.
Yeah.
So they all have like meanings of each petals, but this is too advanced.
And here's a quick history lesson, whether you all agree with me or not. If you do your history, do you know the swastika? The swastika is actually originally not bad.
It's not bad. It was inverted.
It's not bad. It
Yeah.
was made to be bad.
Yeah.
And I had to teach myself that through history and understanding this. But yeah, go ahead, continue, Nadia, please.
Okay, so Nabi is of satisfaction. So I said it was amazing that Hebrew, like, you know, the what is it, the characteristic of not happy, not always needing more, abundance.
Right.
That's number 3.
Okay.
So now we get to the 4th one, which is the heart, but they call it Anahat. And that is actually God, love. It's for love, compassion, confidence. And as you can tell, it's the tingling of the little finger. So if you have a blockage on the love, you'll feel that pinky finger tingle. Now, the most amazing thing, each of these chakras, and there's side chakras, right and left. But this one is Venus of love. Isn't that amazing?
Interesting.
And they also have connections with the countries too, which I explained in another YouTube channel. Okay, so anybody have any questions on love or anahat? That is God. That is the spark of God that we have within us.
Do you believe that's where our soul resonates?
I do. But a lot of people believe our soul is above us, our higher soul. It's
But
like,
do you know that I know people that believe that the soul is below it in the gut? It's more of a stomach region.
well, for me, I believe the stomach region is memories of past lives. But
You're
I believe,
intuitive. Mhm.
yeah, your gut, because you've experienced all of
Yeah.
those. But I believe it's in your heart. A lot of people, because it says with God, of God, the spark God within me. Now within me doesn't mean it's part of your aura, doesn't
Right.
mean it's part of a bigger thing. Nobody really knows. But
Well, I will tell you just very briefly, I've died 3 times. My soul has left my body 3 times. And when my soul popped, it came out of my chest. It came out of my heart. It
I believe
popped
that.
like a rubber band. It just popped. I mean, I didn't feel any pain or anything. I just knew like, okay, I'm out of here. I felt no connection to my body whatsoever. I could care less what that rag doll did. It didn't matter to me because I knew it was a shell. I've done
Okay.
it 3 times and then I got sent back. And at one point I was like, the 3rd time, I was like, I'm not getting back into that thing because it is like, it's like taking a hot shower and you're totally cleansed. And then you're asked to get back into a set of dirty overalls that have never been washed in their life. And you know, because I've already done it twice. And like, I'm not getting back in that thing. And then the Lord said, Divine Creator said, oh, yes, you are. And pushed me. Like, great. You just pushed me. That's nice.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I love it. Yes, he's amazing.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah. I never question where I get my sense of humor because I'm like, that was rude. Yeah.
But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I hope Sean is here too, but he has such an amazing sense of humor.
Yeah.
And once you surrender, you're like, oh my God, you're so funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But and I said, oh my God, you're so funny. That's so funny. Jen, I have a question for you. When
Sure.
you came out, did you feel pure love?
It is nothing but pure love. There are no human words that even exist. I don't care what language you speak. You cannot even explain it. It's a feeling. It's not words. There's nothing you can do. You can't tangibly touch it. You just feel it internally.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put gentlemen, whoever's going to watch this later, and that is what we want to achieve.
Yep. Yeah.
If you feel that joy in this planet, you are there.
Yeah.
So,
and just so you know, not those 3 episodes, but only one episode, he took me to hell. He took me to a hellish, well, I'm not going to say hell in the aspect that I felt it. It was a hellish experience because I had no control. And I literally clung on to him like a wet cat. I mean, I didn't know what to do. And I just clung to, because when I felt him and her, because there was a divine feminine attached, mother and father, I literally clung on and knew that if I let go, I'm gone. I don't exist. He, she, they, whatever you want to call it. That was my hope. That was my path. That was the answers. That was my way out. And I knew it. They just wanted me to see if I don't deal with this. At the time, I just thought, well, it's just life situations. Now I know that it's energy. If I don't deal with the energy that I'm dealing with, this is the energy that you collect on top of it. That was my hell, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're here for a purpose, and he had to put you in the right path.
Well, yeah, because I can't get out of it. Now I'm starting to be insulted. Because now every time I have a medical problem and I leave, well, at first it was like, come on in, let me show you something. Now it's just like, go, just go back. No. And I'm like, really? What do you got to do to die around here? That's my life. Yeah. Not that I'm trying to intentionally take myself out, because no, I'm not. But yeah, that's the weird thing. They're like, I'm going to be here when you're ready. You're fine. Your contract is not up. Go back and finish. And I'm like, great.
Well,
Can I have the paperwork, please?
Well, we're gonna change the tangent, and it's so
Yeah.
funny that we stopped at where I thought we were gonna stop, but the tangent is, we all had to go through this hole, hellhole, let's say hellhole,
It is.
in order
Yeah.
for us to be where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And I had a amazing friend who was battling cancer at that time, and she kept saying, I want to live to 100, and I kept saying, I don't.
Why?
I don't. I really am
Why?
just waiting. I'm waiting. But now, once you got through that dark night of the soul, you're like, oh yeah, bring it on. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see 100. We'll see 120. We'll see. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's your frame of mind, because you had to go through that to harden you and make you stronger. And
I
it's so
much harder that I can get, because right now I'm petrified, meaning like petrified wood. Like, I don't know what could cross me. Minus, and I'm not challenging the energy. You touch my babies, touch my family, because you see me get worked up. Oh, I will. Go ahead.
yeah, but you're also a divine feminine. You're there with
Yeah, Mama Bear. Please,
Mama
that's
Bear.
Yeah.
You're there. I will give you love and compassion, but don't mess with the other side of me.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going through. But
Yeah.
it's so funny that we use the word, it hardened you to soften you.
It does. It absolutely does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get all through it. Now I know, Nadia, the chakras go well above like level 7.
Yeah.
I am well aware of that. I don't know if you guys are or not. It goes well above this. I want to stop here tonight
Well,
just
can I
because
do-
it's a lot to take in. No, Nadia, you absolutely do what you want to do.
No, I want to do the next one,
Okay,
because I know we're all here.
because we're a collective. Yeah.
Actually, I'll go quicker, but
No, you're
It's-
fine. You're fine.
okay. The Vishuddhi, that is number 5.
Okay.
It's for respect for self. It is.
Can you
the
guys still
collect-
see the chart, by the way?
It's the blue one. It's the
Yeah.
blue one.
Okay.
The neck.
All right.
Now, this is respect for self and the collective.
Right.
This also holds shame and guilt. That's why I want to show you guys that. When we do a mantra for this one, it's I'm not guilty for number 5. I'm not guilty. I don't have to hold it. And what I usually say is, you know, we didn't come down here with any books.
Right.
We're doing the best we can. So why should we hold on to that guilt?
Is this also the throat chakra?
It
this
is
what
the
we're talking
throat
about?
chakra.
Okay.
Yeah. So the throat chakra is connected to the shoulders,
Right.
everything. So a lot of people, when they have guilt, they always have a neck problem or shoulder problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to show you. Now, the next one, number 6, is the Agya chakra, or in this type of meditation, it's called the third eye. Okay. And see how the energy crosses, like the blue line is the Ida, and it's crosses to the right side, and the yellow line, the Pingala, goes to the right to the left side. That's why if you're right-handed, you're more of a critical thinker, but if you're left-handed, you're more of a creative. I mean, it just crosses right over. But that one is for forgiveness. And that, I believe, is
Keep going. I'll be right back. I'll be right
okay.
back.
I'll go back to number 5. So we said 4 was God. 5 is actually Islam. It's the voice. Like if you hear the Muslim people, they call to prayer. That is the 5th. That's the evolution of the religion, which is Islam. Number 6 is Christ, because Christ asked for forgiveness. And when he said, you can't get to heaven without forgiveness, this is the chakra that you have to go through. And once you let go, now you hit the Sahaswara, that's what it's called, the seventh chakra of enlightenment, of connection with the Christ consciousness, of consciousness. And that's where I hope that we all will achieve. So I don't know if she put any mics on it. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Hey, Jen, is the mics on if anybody has any questions?
Oh, they've just muted themselves. They can turn it off at any time.
Okay, no. So what I did, I told them number 6 was forgiveness, which is the Christ. That's when Christ entered the evolution.
Right.
Now, when you will, there's a amazing gentleman who passed away this year. His name was Jordan Maxwell. If you
Mhm.
happen to find
Yep.
if you happen to find his YouTube links, amazing conversations.
Yes.
And what he realized was Islam actually came before Christianity.
Yep.
So
I don't doubt that at all.
yeah, because they follow the moon, whereas Jesus was the sun.
If you understand anything about the Holy Bible, I'm talking about the 66 books that were given to us. I'm not talking about all the ones that are missing. I'm talking about the one that we have. Do you know everything is followed by the crescent moon and what is Islam?
Yeah.
Now, pay attention to understanding who Ishmael is. If you go into all that, please understand there's a huge history there, but there's so many blocks of information that are missing.
I'm missing.
And man just decided, well, why not just make them enemies? And there's no reason for that.
Well, let me talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the Jewish religion, which ended up being in the Bible,
Yep.
Abraham married Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah was barren. She could not have children, and
Right.
God kept telling her to have patience, have patience, have patience. So what had happened was Sarah told
Hagar.
Abraham to have the slave. Her name was Aisha.
Hagar.
Hagar. Yeah, her name was Hagar, and she gave birth to Ishmael.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Sarah got pregnant with
Isaac.
Mm-hmm. And that was the cousins that caused the war, like the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yep.
So
drives me nuts. Absolutely drives me crazy.
So that's how they got to have the war between religions by bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you go back and back and back, it's the same bloodline. God.
It is the same bloodline, and it's also the fact that when Abraham died, you know, Ishmael and Isaac came together, and they had no issues with each other. They each had their own village, their own people. Do you know that they had no problem with each other?
Yeah, the mothers. Sarah did. Sarah wanted to.
Sarah did, but the boys, even after Sarah died, the boys had no problem. You're not told that.
Yeah. Well, no, because we still have to get that rivalry. If they told us that, we would be living in peace.
I don't know how you guys, how you ladies feel about it, but I'm gonna tell you something. It drives me up the wall because my husband went off to a war after 9/11 and fought it for years and years and years. And it is almost embedded into you to hate a different faith, and that is not okay. It took me years to find peace that realized it's not the people. This is not us against them. This is against the daggone system who made us think that way. Now that we know the truth about 9/11 and all that, and don't get me started on that. Come on. Yeah, they make this crap to get us to fight. And they make money off the wars because they fund both sides. They're gonna win one.
They fund both sides. If you guys want to know if it's a real war, I would say go to the stock called Stryker. Stryker does hospital equipment and army equipment. If their stocks are going down, where's the war?
Yeah.
So that's how I use it. I base it to see where the war is. There was something I was going to say when you said that. Oh, and here's the joy. The joy of how we use their technology against them.
Yes.
We're all linked and connected, not knowing who each other look like, because we're not taking a prejudice or discrimination against, oh, I don't like that person's face. So we all got connected with each other's souls.
Yeah.
And that's the most amazing thing that I felt, that we can actually talk to each other and have civil conversations and not have any discrimination between where you're at, where I'm at, what's my background, what's your background.
Right.
It's a blessing that God, and that's what we said, his humor is like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's use it.
Well, here's the odd thing. Well, I don't think it's odd. I just think it's just our destiny and our fate. Like when I have private conversations with Nadia, I always start out a question. Well, I have a question, but I don't want to offend you, because we are taught that way. I should be able to ask my sister a question, because if she comes from a different culture, and now I'm afraid to ask her a question, and it shouldn't end up that way.
And what do I tell you?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no problem. And I never try to say anything that's offensive. I'm just curious. If we don't ask our own curiosity questions, we're never going to understand each other. We just listen to what they tell us to believe. Okay, now you tell me the truth.
Yeah, and here, I'm a natural born American citizen of a Palestinian father and a Brazilian mother. And what I used to watch on the news with Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan,
ugh, yeah,
I thought the Arabs were nuts.
Yeah.
When I got married and went over there, I saw them as human beings just like me.
Right. Yep.
And very hospitable people and loving people, especially in a torn area of
Right.
You never know when you're going to be able to come back home or not.
Well, Lee always said when he went off to war and he was doing different things and he was in different territories, whether it was Iraq, Afghanistan, it doesn't matter. The culture was fairly the same. And it's the people that were absolutely beautiful. It was the military and these set little pockets and groups that set the precedents. But do you know that they work for the CIA and the same people that we live under, the USA? Do you understand that they make these groups? They fund both sides.
They fund both sides.
But the people are beautiful people and they don't want us there. We don't want to be there. It took us years to figure that out. I hate to say, because look how many lives have been lost.
Yeah, and also the political side too. If I put tension between us against them,
right
now I'm in the news and I'm having my people believe me, and now I have more power.
Yeah.
So when I went over there, before they even put the wall up in Palestine, there's a huge wall, guys, all around the border.
Yeah.
And everybody lived in peace between the Jewish section, the Islamic section, the Christian section. Everybody was in harmony.
It's, to my understanding, it's the perfect trifecta, is it not?
Of what?
Of Jewish, Muslim, and Christian all together. It's like a beautiful, everybody just lived in harmony.
It is before politics took over.
Yeah, yeah.
There were Jews living in Palestine before it became Israel in unison. And once that, I had brother-in-laws who worked on the Israeli side and came back. I mean, everybody was making a living. Everything was fine. But you need to, let's say, brainwash somebody to do something bad, to do something, and that was CIA. It could have been MK Ultra. It could have been a lot of things, but just to cause tension between that family, those families.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So on that note,
yeah. Well, you want to continue anything else, or because this is going to be a continued series. I really want to deep dive a little bit more into it. This was just to kind of give us a base of where we could go with it if anybody's interested. Because
if they're interested, I would like to do a meditation really quick.
I'm good. How do you ladies feel? You can just give a thumbs up if you're muted. That's fine. Just if you're good with it, we'll do a meditation real quick and then we'll say goodnight. We'll do a final cleansing and we'll call it a night. I'm going to upload this on YouTube. Well, Yes, universe, I'm going to upload this up on the YouTube. It'll be all right. I'm manifesting. If you don't see it, we did it together one way or another, but.
All right, do you want to take that? Well, we can keep that picture on. It doesn't matter. You guys.
Oh, and no, I can bring it back to us. That's fine. I just
Okay.
stop share. I just bring us back. We're good.
All right, here we go. Glasses off. Being serious now.
Yep.
Let's do a couple of nice long breaths. Inhale through the nose. Hold it. And let's try to exhale, releasing the tensions of the day. Inhale again. And with that breath, we're feeling our bodies getting looser, more relaxed, and exhale. I want you to picture something beautiful that happened today or in the past. Could be a grandchild smiling, your pet smiling. Just feel that beautiful love in your heart. And I will be doing Sri Mataji's Sahaja Yoga meditation today. Okay, let's put our right hand on our heart. Our left hand is going to be the receiving hand, so we're going to put it on our lap, palm up. And over here, we can ask 3 times, Mother, am I the soul? And it's the mother energy that we're asking. We could say, Mother, am I my own soul? Am I the soul? We're going to slide our right hand down to right above our ribs. It's called the upper left quadrant for our nurses. And we're going to hold here and say, Mother, if I'm the soul, am I my own master? 3 times. Am I my own guru? Am I my own master? Okay, now we're going to slide it down to the lower quadrant where your hip meets your body. Press down on it. And you say, if I am my own master and I am my own soul, then I am my own knowledge. 3 times. I have everything within me that I need. I am knowledge. I'm going to put a little music now. Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Okay. Just very subtle. So now we're going to start to wake up the Kundalini. And we're going to go back up to the under the rib and hold on to it. If I am knowledge, I am my own master with assertiveness. I am my own master. I am my own guru. I am my own truth. Okay, we're going to take a breath and move our way up to our heart again. Because with the affirmation, now that we are our own knowledge and our own truth, our own guru, the heart, take a nice, beautiful breath of love to the heart. Here you are going to say, I am my soul. I am my soul. Say one more, I am my heavenly soul. All right, now we're going to take another deep breath of love, sending that up to our throat chakra. Our throat needs a lot of love because we've been oppressed for so long of the programming. So let's put our hand on our left side of our neck where the nape is, where the jaw and the shoulder meets. So you could turn your head a little to the right. And over here, you're going to say, Mother, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Say it as many times as you want, because I believe we have many Catholics here. I am not guilty. I have lived my life I have done the best that I can. I am not guilty. Send a deep breath of love, compassion to that chakra. We are now going to put our hand on our forehead where the sixth chakra is, of forgiveness. Extend your fingertips out and say, Mother, I forgive everyone and everything in general. You could say that as many times as you want. Learn to let go, release, make your head a lot lighter. I forgive everyone and everything in general. Let's take a breath and send it up to that chakra of love, love and compassion. We can also put our hand to the back of our head, looking up. And you could say, Supreme God, Father, Source, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Again, as many times as you like is fine. So now we're going to go to the crown, the seventh chakra. It's on the where the baby soft spot was when we were kids. So I want you to extend your palms straight up, your fingertips straight up like it's a crown. I want you to circle clockwise if you can. And we're going to go 7 times and we're going to say, Mother Energy, please help me to raise my Kundalini. I will count to 7 times. Please help me to achieve self-realization. Mother Energy, please help me to achieve state of consciousness. Raise my Kundalini. Help me to be self-realized. Help me to be connected with Source. Mother Energy, help me to achieve consciousness. So what I'd like to ask is if you slowly raise your hand up over your crown, you may feel maybe heat, maybe coolness. You could go a little higher, a little lower. Some people are sensitive if you feel it. If you don't, why don't you try your left hand and go up. And has anybody felt any kind of heat or coolness?
Wow. Mine's like almost as cold as ice.
Oh, so you're in consciousness. That's nice.
Mm.
You're center. All right, so let's put our hands down. Some also may feel like a whirling wind in the palms of your hand, but sometimes it just, you require sensitivity. So right now we're going to take a moment of silence, listen to the beautiful hand pan drums. Of silence. And if anybody sees thoughts, that's okay. Just wash it away like a movie. It will just go away. Don't try to push it away because it'll keep coming back then. Put your attention on the top, the 7th chakra. Slowly inhaling, holding it for a little, and then releasing that thought with that breath. I'm going to try to raise a little of your kundalinis, you guys. You may feel something. I'm raising your kundalini. Okay, let's start moving our fingers a little, get us back down. Slowly getting into the breath. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Wow. Wow. That's beautiful.
Anybody want to share any experiences?
Wow.
Joe,
Is
you had a good
everybody
one.
muted? Are we good? Does anybody want to share? It's okay.
Anybody feel tingling?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
let me turn this off.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, Charlotte says she
Charlotte?
feels it.
Good.
My palm,
Yeah.
like,
What did you feel on your palms?
I got chills now up here. I get a lot of that, where I
Chills.
just chill. Or when I get stressed, I shake inside. My whole body shakes. And then I breathe and calm it down.
Okay, so right now, when you said you felt your palms, was it heat? Was it cold?
Tingle?
Just tingling. Okay, so you're awakening. So you're awakening the Kundalini. So it's like the Kundalini, as you continue to meditate, it will open up any blockages, go to the next level. You remember what we said? Number one, the basic.
Yep.
So you're going to be moving it up. Did you like your experience, Charlotte?
I loved it. I loved it.
Great. Anybody else want to give any feedback?
Yeah.
You're muted, Joe.
Yeah, just take your mute off, honey. Hit your little mic. There you go.
There. I noticed when we were doing up here on the top,
The crown.
and we lifted our hands, it got very hot right about here.
Wow.
I mean, hot. And I continued up, and just beyond this point here, it got cold. Why would
That's
it be so hot right here and then cold beyond that? Just all of a sudden.
Which hand were you feeling it?
Right hand on top.
Did you try your left hand too?
No, I did not.
Okay, so here's the thing. The Kundalini is rising as the divine energy is coming down. So we're almost like a piston. So once you get that, you were having beautiful divine helping you come down and up and down and up. Was your thoughts clear? Were your thoughts clear?
I remained, basically, I just was listening to you. So I wasn't
That's
having
okay.
thoughts coming through. No thoughts. It was
Awesome.
open.
She was so in consciousness. Yes, you might want to look into this meditation. You did amazing. And for your first time, you really did it. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Anybody else? Jen?
Well, I'm still trying to warm up my hands. My hands are freezing right now. Yeah. My hands got so cold, I started shaking there for a minute. I went, ooh, okay, wait a minute.
Well, your channels are open. Your channels
are
not blocked.
Yeah.
And that's what the coolness is. Now, if you had heat, there's a blockage.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I've done this with you before, and my hands got really, really hot, and I didn't really have much control. But since I've been working on my own meditation, now my hands are cold all the time.
Well, we also cleaned out your chakras.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much for that one. Yeah.
Hey, Deb, how did you feel?
You still with us, Deb?
She's still in meditation.
That's okay. She can stay there. That's okay.
How did you like the music? Was that okay?
It's very soothing to me. I think it's not so much that you're so overwhelmed and concentrating on the music. It's just enough in the background to like try to ground yourself. It's just enough.
Yes.
It's just enough. Yep.
Do we want to? I had heat above the crown and also have cold hands. Oh, nice.
Good.
You want to read it, Jen? I can't see it.
She said I had heat above crown and also have cold hands. All right. So
Beautiful.
she's opening it up too.
He's
So, yeah.
opening up. Yeah, because that's the
Yeah.
Kundalini awakening.
Perfect.
I'm very honored, guys. I always am honored when I see the joy in the faces and how clear you guys are. So it's amazing.
I love this. You've got a bunch of newbies here, but we are very, very, very welcome and to you to do this more often if you want to. I don't mind doing this. It doesn't even have to go on YouTube. We can just make it private and do it together.
Did anybody, when I mentioned I would try to raise the Kundalini, did anybody feel the rising after that?
You mean
I did.
my head felt like a helium balloon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried raising it up a little just to clear
Yeah.
some blockages.
You almost lost my head on a string there for a minute, but yeah,
All right, I'll be subtle next time.
that's all right. That's okay. We're all at different levels and that's okay.
All right,
Yeah,
now
I
that we're
felt it.
relaxed. Huh? You felt it. Awesome.
I
I don't-
I'm
felt
just
it in
grateful
my
that
heart
we all,
here.
we're together. That makes me grateful.
Good. Good. I'm so glad, ladies. This was beautiful. I want to welcome each of you, and we don't have to put this on YouTube every time. This was just this is just going to be a beginning. This is what you can see if you join us. And
Right.
you know, if you want to continue it further and no one wants to see it on YouTube or join us, this is just an invitation opening of what we can do. And if you don't, we'll just make it private and we'll just get together every once in a while and we'll meditate together if you guys are okay, you know, on board with that.
Sounds good to me.
Totally up to you. But yeah, I think we all need to work on ourselves and we're all at different levels, but that's okay. Nadia is a great teacher and she's very patient. And, you know, if she sees something in us that she can work on us personally, then maybe Nadia would be willing to do that at her own free will in time. But, you know, I think it's a great start. And as we start doing this as a collective, it's a great healing process. Great healing process. And we start to get on this same level.
Well, can I talk about the question we had before?
Sure.
We got on?
Sure.
I don't know if any of you guys in your area has been seeing chemtrails on the sky. It started up again.
Not as many.
Yeah.
Here's the first one that I have, Nadia. You tell them if you can see it.
Okay, let me just see something here. All right, so if you see there's that chemtrail.
Yeah.
Can you zoom that a little, John, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can see, the chemtrail is following a little black line. And I noticed that yesterday. And I was trying to
Wow.
wonder if it's a grid. So I asked Jen to see if she could pull any information on, are we still with the dark hats or the white hats? And
it's all good. It's all positive energy. There was no devil. There's no nothing. This is the good guys doing something. We're just trying to figure out what it is.
Can you show the other grids?
Sure. Yep. Let's see. Let me go.
I just wanted to give some happy news. I mean, look at them. There's like DNA strand, and then this I was seeing as binary coding.
I've never seen chemtrails like that before, ever. That's very detailed.
That is so detailed. We're hoping it's hydroxychloroquine that they said, or maybe it's some joy pill to make us raise our frequency.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever it is, it's of the positive and it's of the light, because when I pulled cards right before our meeting tonight, it was all good positive cards.
All right, and then the third one, and then I'm going to tell you after the third one, this is what my morning looked like looking up. And usually when I see this, I say happy chemtrail day.
Yeah.
They're all certain grids that they're working on.
Yeah.
And once that unfolds, I know for sure we're going to have rain either tomorrow, the next day, or at night.
Yeah.
And we did have rain today, but it was very quick, sudden, and stopped.
Yeah.
So maybe they are dropping some happy stuff.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I looked at the bottom. I went, why is that a pentagram? And then I realized it's not a pentagram. And then I thought, oh, it's the Avengers. They're coming.
All right, we'll go Avengers. I'll be good with that one.
It's a big A in the sky. That's all right.
But look at that helix right in front of us. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
but I got no negative cards, none at
That's
all. So
I wanted to share joy so we don't keep in the frequency of fear and frustration. So you know what?
yeah,
Keep our love, peace, compassion.
Yep.
Compassion for everybody who's choosing what their choice is. Whether it is they need the vax or not vax, that's their role playing.
yeah,
We just have to learn not to react the way we want to react.
yeah. We need to remember soul contracts. They have theirs and we have ours. And we need to just run with it. And we don't control their soul contracts, nor do they control ours. And we need to remember that.
So just compassion, guys.
Yeah,
Pray for
absolutely.
them, bless us, and we're doing what we're here to do.
Yeah, keep that energy and those vibrations high. Keep manifesting that good continuity that we have together as a collective. That is what we need to do.
And I wanted to share, Deb also in Tennessee, she was sending me chemtrails from Tennessee. That's
Deb
why
has chemtrails too.
Yeah, we were comparing, and Deb, it's good news.
All right, good. Yeah.
So she's manifesting it to be hydroxychloroquine.
Absolutely. Put out the good stuff out there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do a real quick relighting of the sage and we'll end it tonight if that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
All right, let's do this without burning a hole in my clothes.
And thank you guys for having me.
We love you, Miss Nadia. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My sage is being funny tonight. There is parts of it that will not burn down. There's this stick that's up in the middle and it says, you can't burn me. Okay. All right, then. That's all right.
I think it's saying I'm not going down.
I'm not. Nope. All right. Well,
I'm not going down.
It's funny. Well, the house isn't going to burn down. That's the main thing. And hopefully I won't lose any more clothes, but all right. Be in agreement with me right now.
All right.
Thank you, Divine Light, coming in, all of your great energy and source that you showed up tonight and that you're there to guide us, protect us, lead us, instruct us of what we need to do, that we need to cleanse ourselves and our chakras, and that we come together as a collective to make sure that our continuity is working together and that it's for the good and the divine light. So all our higher selves, all of our guardian angels, our guides, our protectors, everyone that's out there, all of the heavenly hosts that are out there guiding and protecting us, please, we ask you to come in, guide us, protect us, lead us, keep us together, make sure that that energy and vibration stays high on our list, and we come together as a collective. Absolutely rebuke anything negative, and we do not give consent to anything bad and evil. You do not have permission to be here. Under universal law, you must leave. So divine light, you are in control. You are welcome here, and we ask you to carry on through the rest of the night and go with each and every one of us that are here, or will eventually watch it on the replay. We thank you and let us be in agreement. So thank you and amen and amen. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, ladies. This was fun. We're going to figure out the Zoom thing. We're going to get it together. I'm going to get it together. But hey, it could have been a complete failure. And by the way, the issue with my troll that I dealt with, I got them totally banned from YouTube. They're not even allowed to have an account.
Woo.
Yeah, fought all day on that one, but I put the energy behind it. And I'm not dealing with that crap.
Ooh, you were scary.
You were scary.
I'm not. I'm like, I'm coming. You thought I was joking. They had 3 accounts. I got them all banned.
And they didn't go. You didn't go.
Yep. That was a moment. Yeah. Love and light. No, this was 3 times. So we did that.
All right.
I wouldn't want to get on your bad side.
Hey, I'm telling you something. I had to learn, and I was never in the military. Well, I was in past lives, but no.
We all were. We all were actually.
Yeah, we fought many, many wars, and that's carried over into this life. And I know that now it's a spiritual battle, and that's okay. That's okay. But I got it under control. and they come back again, well, I'll take them down again. It's not a problem, but we're going to manifest good. Now we get to do love and light.
Love and light.
Have a night. Ladies,
Yeah.
thank you so much. We'll do this
All right.
again. Just email me if y'all need anything. I think all of you have got my phone number. Absolutely. Just text me anytime.
All
Anytime.
right.
Absolutely. This was a blessing. Thank you so much. Nadia, thank you, sweetheart. You're
You're welcome.
absolutely a blessing to us.
You
Yeah.
are absolutely welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nadia. Thank you.
Have
All
a great
right.
night.
All
Gotta go
right.
tend to my dog.
Night, ladies. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.